Hi, welcome back. In this chapter, we'll talk about NPS, that is National Pension Scheme. But before starting this lecture, I would like to remind you all that in case of any doubt, you can post your questions in Q&A section. We would love to answer it for you. Now, moving ahead with NPS. NPS is a pension cum investment scheme launched by Government of India to provide old age security to citizens of India. Citizens between age 18 to 70 years can invest in these schemes. So it is a pension scheme, as we have already studied one more pension scheme, which was employee pension scheme. So this is another kind of a pension scheme, national pension scheme. Generally, the government scheme has the aim of providing security to the pension security to the employees or to the citizens of India. It is not restricted to only salaried person. Any person can invest in these schemes. Age limit is from 18 to 70 years. This is regulated by NPST, which was established by PERDA. NPST stand for National Pension System Trust and PERDA stand for Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. For government employees, from 1st Jan 2004, it is mandatory for all the central government employees to open NPS account and contribute towards pension. Same contribution will be done by the employer also. So as I told you that this NPS is not only for the salaried person. Anyone can invest in National Pension Scheme. But for the government employees, it is mandatory. For them, from 1st Jan 2004, whoever have joined government services, they are it is mandatory for them to open account in NPS and invest in that. For them, there is no EPS system. And whatever contribution they do, employer will also contribute. There is no upper limit on employees' contribution. But employer contribution is up to 10% of the salary, which is basic plus TA. However, contribution in NPS is not mandatory for non-government sector, as I already told you. Each subscriber is allotted a unique PRAN which remains same even if he or she switches the company. PRAN stand for Permanent Retirement Account Number. So what happens here that you are given a unique number once you open an account in NPS, and after that this PRAN number remains same. Now suppose you switch the company. From one government company you go to another government company, or maybe you go to private company, but still you want to keep investing in that NPS account. Then what happens? You just have to give your PRAN number to the respective company, and if they want, they will also contribute. NPS account is divided into two parts, Tier 1 and Tier 2. The mandatory part is Tier 1. It is mandatory for all the government employees except armed forces. But contribution in Tier 2 is voluntary. It is up to your choice. Now, little bit about initial contribution. At the time of registration in Tier 1, you have to submit 500 rupees. In Tier 2, you have to submit 1000 rupees. Similarly, in Tier 1, minimum contribution per year should be 1000 rupees and minimum amount per contribution should be 500 rupees. So that means in Tier 1, 1000 rupees minimum you have to submit in a year, which you can either submit one at a time or 500 two times you can submit. In Tier 2, minimum contribution is 250 rupees. Okay, but contribution is not mandatory in Tier 2. Now about tax benefits. Up to 1.5 lakh, tax benefit is given under Section 80 CCD1, which is available to all the subscriber with an overall ceiling of 1.5 lakh under Section 80 CCE. So under 1.5 lakh limit, this contribution in NPS also comes for tier 1. If apart from this, if you are additionally giving apart from 1.5 lakh, if you are doing additional investment of 50,000 in NPS in tier 1, then you can avail that benefit under section 80 CCD 1B. This is above 1.5 lakh available under section 80C of income tax. For corporate sector, employers' NPS contribution up to 10% of salary is deductible from taxable income without any monetary limit under section 80 CCD 2. Here salary means basic plus DA. Tax benefit is available for investment in tier 1 only. No tax benefit is available on tier 2. So the tax benefit is only for tier 1, and it means that in 80C you can invest up to 1.5 lakh and an additional 50,000 benefit you will get under section 80 CCD 1B if you still invest in tier 1. Now additional contribution can be done from the website https:/enps.nsdl.com. Now about withdrawal. There are 3 conditions for withdrawal from NPS account. First is on exit or retirement. Corpus is given to subscriber, but some portion must be invested into annuity to provide monthly pension post-retirement. So while exiting from the company or retirement, so basically you will get the amount after retirement. So corpus you will get, but some corpus means the total amount you invested plus interest, that much you will get, but not full. Some amount you have to invest in annuity. So what is that? Before age 60, suppose you want to withdraw before age 60, then partial withdrawal up to 25% of subscriber contribution is exempted from tax if withdrawn for some specific purpose. You can withdraw it only for some specific purpose, but up to 25% of whatever you have contributed in the scheme. After age 60, up to 40% of total corpus in lump sum is exempted from tax. But the rest amount you have to keep investing in annuity in NPS, so that from that amount you will get monthly pension. NPS challan can be filed on NSDL site by logging through company ID, and then the challan amount can be paid. So on NSDL site with your company ID you can log in and generate the challan amount and pay them. Contribution file needs to be uploaded by 25th of every month for processing NPS contribution of that month. So the same month within up to 25th of every month you have to upload it, and the consolidated amount has to be transferred to the trustee bank by last working day of that month. So there are various other rules in the withdrawal. There is a list of rules which I am not mentioning here. It is just to give you an idea about withdrawal through NPS, that you will not get the full amount, only partial withdrawal is allowed, and the rest you have to keep investing in the annuity. But depending on the case in your company, you can read the guidelines and then you can proceed. Because these guidelines are very lengthy, you will not be able to remember. The idea of my course is just to make your concepts clear, just to make you understand the basic, but you have to keep referring to the actual rules time to time, so as to keep yourself updated and not make any mistake. Also, all these government rules issues various guidelines from time to time with various changes, so it's like a learning process. I already have mentioned in my course that it's a journey. Why it is a journey? Because you have to keep learning and keep updating, because these plans are currently working. Due to the time, due to some scenario, the rules get changed. So you have to keep updating, keep reading again and again. This was all about NPS. I hope you got it clear. See you in the next section. Bye bye. Thank you.